Hey everybody, Matt here from Matt's Movies, Music and More, welcoming you to this week's review video. This time on the channel I want to do something different, which is I want to do an unboxing video for you, and this I hope will be the first of many. Now, regarding the items that I want to do on the unboxing, I have not been sent any of these and I have not been paid by any of the companies to promote these products. I am purely talking about them as products that I have personally brought. So the thing I want to talk about today is a recent box set which is called Banks Vault, which is the Tony Banks albums from 1979 to 1995. This was released on the 19th of July 2019 on Esoteric Records, which is a division of Cherry Red Records. Now, the Tony Banks Vault's album box set actually features all of his studio albums and a bonus DVD. So in total we have 8 CDs in total, although you count a DVD as one. So it's actually 7 CDs and a DVD. So in there you have his 1979 debut album, A Curious Feeling, the second album, which is The Fugitive, released in 1983. Also in 1983 is his soundtrack to the movie The Wicked Lady. And then you have the 1986 album Soundtracks, 1988's album, which was released under a band name rather than his own name, called Bank Statement, and in 1991 another solo album of his called Still, and the final album from 1995, which was released again under another band name, which was Strictly Inc. Now, it features those 7 albums plus a DVD which features all the music videos on there. Regarding the music videos, there isn't very many on there. There's only 8 music videos, but there wasn't many made to begin with. But essentially I want to do an unboxing video and talk a little bit about the album. So let's go over to the unboxing portion of this video. Okay, so this box set here is by Tony Banks, who is the keyboardist in the band Genesis. This box set is called Banks Vault, the albums 1979 to 1995. And inside I shall show you what this box set has. So here you see this is the thickness of the box, and it has all the track listings right here. So you have the first album, A Curious Feeling, from 1979. Disc 2 here, which is The Fugitive, from 1983. Disc 3, which is Soundtracks, from 1986. Disc 4, which is Bank Statement, which is the name of the group as well, from 1988. Disc 5 is Still, from 1991. And Disc 6 is Strictly Inc., which is the name of the group also, from 1995. Disc 7 is the DVD, but Disc 8 is actually the 1983 album The Wicked Lady, which Tony actually composed the music for. So he didn't actually play it, but he composed the music for it. So as you see, it's a Region 0 DVD, NTSC format. So let's show you exactly what the box set looks like. So we open it up, and it has quite a nice design here. As you see, they're all sort of gatefold packaging artworks here. So let's go through. So this first bit here is a nice little book which has all the song lyrics and has pictures of the albums and pictures of Tony as well. So you can see there a picture of him with Fish from Marillion, which is quite a nice shirt, him wearing the Abacab Fish and Tony wearing the Marillion shirt. That's to promote the Soundtracks albums. There's Bank Statement, which is his group project. And then we have Still, which he worked on with Nick Kershaw and Fish and a few other singers, to name a few. And then obviously we have Strictly Inc., which is the project he worked with Jack Hughes, who is the lead singer of Wang Chung. And then the videos, which has all the 8 videos there. And there's the Wicked Lady soundtrack. So let's look into the CDs. So the CDs here you've got is A Curious Feeling. So how they've done this box set is quite interesting, because essentially it's just cardboard spines discs. It doesn't have any gatefold or anything like that. This is just perfectly flat, a bit like what you would get the newspaper freebies on. But if you notice, it has the 1 on here. So each album and disc here is numbered. So Curious Feeling there from 1979. The Fugitive, which is from 1983. You see disc 2 there. So that's there. And it has bonus tracks, which were on the 2016 remaster of this album, which I also own already. And it tells you there at the top that it was released in April of 1983. Then we have Soundtracks, which is, as you see in the bottom corner there, disc free. This features songs from 2 movies, Quicksilver and Lorca and the Outlaws. And as you see there, released in March of 1986. Then we go on to Bank Statement, which is the first group project that Tony did as a solo band, a bit like Mike and the Mechanics were doing with Mike Rutherford there. You see that's Spine 4, and that was released there in August of 1989, so I got the year wrong there, sorry about that. And then we go on to 1991's Still, which is Tony using his solo name again. This was released roughly about the same time that Genesis had released We Can't Dance. So this was in early April of 1991, whereas I believe We Can't Dance was released a bit later. And then we have Strictly Inc., which was released in 1995, which is Tony Banks and Wang Chung singer Jack Hughes together. This was released in September of 1995. Sadly, there is quite a few bonus songs that aren't in here, which are missing, such as Strictly Inc. There were remixes of the single Only 17, which isn't on here. And neither is a B-side called Back to You, which was written by Nick Kershaw. That's not in here, sadly. Hopefully they'll make up for that in the future. This one here, which matches the front cover, this is, as you see, the DVD. So the DVD features the 8 videos there. So you have For a While and The Waters of Leaf from Curious Feeling. This is Love from The Fugitive. Shortcut to Somewhere from Soundtracks. Throwback from Bank Statement. I Want to Change the Score and The Gift, both from Still, and Only 17 from Strictly Inc. So that's all the DVD. And then finally, you have the Wicked Lady soundtrack, which annoys me actually that this is actually out of sequence, that this is disc 8. I suppose they put this as disc 8 given the fact that this is composed by Tony, but it wasn't played by Tony, it's been played by a proper orchestra. And the fact that this is disc 8 and the DVD, in my opinion, should have been disc 8, this should have come as disc 3 behind The Fugitive, but before Soundtracks. But that's just me nitpicking, to be honest. I mean, as you see there, released in April of 1983. So it's roughly about the same time that Tony had actually released the Fugitive album. So that's quite interesting. So, yeah, essentially, the packaging is not that great, to be honest, but for the price that you can pay, you can pick this up on the internet roughly for about £45 to £50. I know Cherry Red were selling it on their website where you could get a signed print by Tony. If you can get that still, I would say definitely pick it up. But this box set I think is a good one for the completists, for people that probably aren't going to go out there and buy Bank Statement or Soundtracks or Still separately. I know A Curious Feeling and The Fugitive were released separately years ago because I bought them when they came out years ago. So am I likely to get rid of those versions? Probably not, because they came with DVDs with the audio albums on there. But overall, this box set is definitely worth buying. If you haven't got it, I'd say go out and get it. If you love Genesis and you love all the chords that Tony does, it's a really good box set, and hopefully one day I'll try and review all these albums at some point. So let's go back to the studio. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video of me talking about the new Tony Banks studio albums box set called Banks Vault. This is worth buying, definitely. An album, if you're a big fan of Tony Banks and Genesis and you want to hear these albums together, I don't think they'll ever be released separately after the releases of The Curious Feeling and Fugitive, which were released a few years back. I kind of think this is the only way you're going to get the other albums separately. But it's not too expensive. It's about between £45 and £50 on the internet. So I would definitely recommend picking up this album. So thanks everybody for checking out this video. Don't forget to check out other videos on this channel, including What Did You Think?, a series I do with my special guest, as well as At the Movies with Andrew. And we have some other shows coming up in the near future. So thanks everybody, and all the very best. Bye bye.